That's right, folks. I was at the mall this past weekend, and it was dead. There were a few people walking around, but they were on a mission, and their mission did not include browsing homemade goods. However, despite all this, I still made 2 sales. One was to another vendor. She wanted a gift for a little boy, and I was in the bathroom at the time, but my mom upsold her to our new gift bags, which are double the price of a name, but they come with a name, a coloring book, and a color your own ornament, and a color your own mug. It's one of those plastic mugs with the different inserts that you can put in, that you can color and put in. So that was cool. And then at the very end of the day, 5 minutes before we were packing up to go, I sold 3 stickers for $1. That was funny. This 20-year-old walks up and goes, "Mom, look at these." And she's like, "I am not buying you crayons. You have your own money." And he was like, "Yeah, they're so cool." And he's browsing and he's looking at all my stuff, and he finds the stickers and he's like, "Oh, stickers!" He's like, "Yes, I'm a 20-year-old man obsessing over stickers." And I'm like, "Hey, my sister is 22 and she obsesses over stickers too. She puts them on her car and everything." And the mom is like, "Yeah, he's gonna put stickers on the car, but not till I'm done driving it." Another time, these 2 kids came up and they started making a name. They'd made their own names. They started, and Grandma was like, "What are you gonna do with those?" And they're like, one of the kids was like, "I'm gonna display it in my room. Nobody else has these, Grandma." But she was like, It would have been $20 for both their names, and they were both not going to use them. So, I understand. I kind of wish that there had been more people willing to come up to the booth, because most people just walked by without even coming up. But I have a plan. Next time I'm at the mall, I paid for 2 more times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a big roll of candy, and I'm going to ask people if they want a piece of candy, and they'll have to come over to the booth, and I can say, "These crayons," I'll tell them what they are because it's not obvious, and I'll say, "The shape crayons are $5, or you can make your own name for 10. One of the nice things about not selling anything at a craft show is that there's a lot less work to do to prepare for the next one. So I have 11 dinosaurs made, which will hopefully be enough for the next one-day show. It's this week, and I have a big order that I'm working on for a teacher friend of mine, and she's going to pick it up at the sale, I think. But other than that, I am ready. I might make a 3rd dragon head. I said I was going to make another one, and I only half finished it. Because you have to melt it, and then all the crayon, it takes up a lot of space, and then it melts and only fills the mold halfway. So you have to melt it again and shove crayon in while it's hot until it comes all the way up. And all I did was get it about halfway full. So I'm going to finish it. I don't know if it's going to be this week or not. Probably, because this is my last real serious fair. I have 2 more mall days after this fair, but I'm not expecting much. I mean, it was dead. We were there for 7 hours and made 2 sales. And one of them was to a vendor, and the other one was for $1. So, we do good business with other vendors, though. This is not the first time we've sold to other vendors. There was a lot more vendor chit-chat than normal because everybody was bored out of their skulls. So we learned that last year they had been put in the center of the mall and they'd done better. But this year, not so much. Everyone we talked to said that they were having a rough day. There was maybe one booth that was doing okay. They sold candles and they were giving out samples. They definitely got a lot more traffic than the rest of us, but I don't know how many people actually bought candles. I wasn't close enough to them to tell. We were so bored just sitting there waiting while no one came up to the booth. So Mom whipped out an old book, the history of our family, of my mom's dad's side, and she found out that I am 13th generation American. That's how bored we were. She went and counted the generations in the book from the first ones to us. Now, we had gone to scout out this location back in September and see whether it was a good fit, and we noticed that there were only 2 vendors and lots of people were buying. There weren't very many people walking by, but most of the people would stop and look. However, on Black Friday weekend, on Saturday I was there, we were in a different part of the mall, a less busy part of the mall, off in a wing instead of right in the center. They saved the center for Santa photos, which makes sense, but it meant we were off in a dead-end corner somewhere with nothing but Chick-fil-A around. And there were 15 different vendors down this hallway instead of just 1 or 2. So yeah, this one was a bust, and I have some tips to make it a little bit better next time, but I don't know how well that is going to work, so I don't have high hopes for it. And my last serious craft fair is this weekend. And I'm expecting this one to be a good one because it's at my home church, and I'm expecting to see a bunch of people that I know. So it will be fun even if I don't do much business. And that's it. I'll see you next week.